We are live at Shawnee as the Shawnee Renegades take on the Cherokee Chiefs for what should be a great game of girls lacrosse. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Jacob Millard. My color commentator, Joe Malagrana. Joe, what are your thoughts on today's game?
Both teams have similar records coming in today. Shawnee's 3-1, Cherokee's 2-1. Usually a great game when these two teams get together. Head-to-head, the last 5 years, Shawnee has won three of them. Those stats really don't matter. I think it's going to be a great and entertaining contest today.
Well, there's only one way to find out. We'll be back right after this.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah Heart and Lung Center. For care that's extraordinary, demanddeborah.org. Zallie's Fresh Kitchen Catering at ShopRite of Medford. For parties large and small, business and family, and more. Fresh ideas, fresh ingredients, fresh results. 855-ZFK menu or on the web at zalliesfreshkitchen.com. Dan Higgins Wood Flooring Warehouse, your hardwood flooring specialist since 1985. Flooring showroom located in Medford, New Jersey. On the web at danhiggins.com. Davis Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. Expect more. Delivering high caliber treatment and assessments with the application of cutting edge technology for rehabilitation and sports performance. Visit us on the web at davisptsr.com. Paradise Solar and Electrical LLC, your trusted electrical and solar contractor in New Jersey. 609-801-2420 or online at paradisesolarllc.com. Delightful Destinations Travel Agency, making memories that will last a lifetime. 856-985-2969 or delightfuldestinations23@gmail.com. For more information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 868,000, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org.
All right, Cherokee and Shawnee are warming up on the field, getting ready for a game. Should be a good one, though.
Absolutely. We don't have any rain for now. A little drizzle earlier. It stopped. You just have to fight the wind, and hopefully some of those nasty-looking clouds don't decide to come down on us. But according to the forecast, we should be okay. I'm sure the players don't mind playing in the cloudy conditions and little wind.
All right, it's now time for Johnson's Side Report. Remember, you're with a one-of-a-kind yearbook for your student. Yearbook and parent ads are available online at johnsons.com. Now let's throw it down to Amelia Spratlin for our Sideline Report.
We have an exciting district rivalry game today. The last time these two teams met, Shawnee beat Cherokee 13-10, so we'll see what the outcome is today. Before the game, I talked to head coach Jackson of Shawnee, and I asked him how having 9 returning starters this year is going to affect the team. He told me that they are still very young, but having 4 seniors is very helpful. I then talked to head coach Netterberger of Cherokee, and I asked him how the team plans to limit their turnovers today. He explained that they need to focus on spreading out and concentrating. We're in for an exciting game. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Amelia.
Now, we mentioned in the pregame that Shawnee's coming in with a 3-1 record. They both and Cherokee's 2-1. They both of their losses were against some perennial powerhouses. Shawnee was up against Morristown, and Cherokee against Cherry Hill West. So I think we really do have 2 evenly talented teams today. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's now time for Equitable's Keys of the Game, providing millions of customers with life insurance, annuities, and other needs-based products since 1859. Equitable. Together, we'll build the right strategy for your future. 732-452-7275. Cherokee wants to slow down Mackenzie Borby.
Absolutely. Mackenzie does lead the team with 29 draw controls. In fact, she just set the school record for draw controls with 461. And this year, she's also second in goals. So, yes, the Chiefs will somehow have to slow her down.
Shawnee needs to maintain composure on offense.
Well, yeah, always keeping a nice, steady pace, looking for the cutter. Get that good scoring opportunity will be key for the Renegades.
And Cherokee and Shawnee want communication on both offense and defense.
Now, of course, it's always important, especially when you have two evenly talented teams as we have here today. And those are your Equitable Keys to the game. Okay, we're trying to, now we have everything taped down because it is quite windy.
Yeah.
Some of the things we didn't get a chance to tape down, we almost lost. Our keys to the game almost was down to the Seneca there. That's how windy it is.
All right. We'll be right back after this.
Get past one, look to shoot. Davidson shoots, and she scores! Abby Davidson, that's her 46th on the year, and the first of the game for Shawnee.
Ooh, and a great steal there by Rath for Seneca. Had to hold up a second there before he put the layup up, but he puts it in and fires up Seneca right into the timeout.
The Lenape District app provides access to a variety of personalized school and district information at any time from anywhere. Students and parents can quickly and easily connect with everything from school news to athletic and activity schedules to grades and assignments to social media in one mobile-friendly view. The home screen features the activity stream. You can customize this feed with the information you want to see from your school and see all of your content all on one page. In the Notifications tab, you'll have quick access to important emails from your school or the district, as well as your subscribed alerts. You can choose to receive alerts for attendance, class and assignment grades, and even when a cafeteria balance runs low. And when logged into the app, the More screen allows students and parents to view schedules, class websites, grades, assignments, attendance, and more. You can also customize the calendar to display only events from the activities, clubs, and sports of your choice. The More screen is also where you can find links to many useful resources, like lunch menus, social media, and step-by-step instructions for setting up the app. The LRHSD app is available for free from the App Store and Google Play. Just search Lenape Regional High School District. And for more information, visit lrhsd.org/app.
Me and Joe, during the break, we were talking, and I was looking, and Shawnee, their team there plays club lacrosse, so they know each other a lot well and just have a lot of chemistry.
Yeah, and in fact, most of the sports today, not only the high school, but they have the club ball, which, I don't know how some of these young student athletes do it. It seems to be on the field or in a court or in a field somewhere, almost practically every night, and I guess they get their homework done. You're a student. Do they have a lot of homework now? I know they didn't back in the day. I'm not sure.
Oh, a little bit of homework here and there.
Okay, sounds good. As you see the Chiefs there getting ready, we'll be getting started shortly. I should mention the two captains for Cherokee Chiefs today, number 7, Anna Weinberg, and number 21, one of the goalies. We're not sure if she's starting today in the net. We'll try to clear that up. Number 21, Claire Gore is also one of the captains.
Shawnee captains, we have Abby Davison, a senior at Shawnee. Mackenzie Borby is like captain. That's one of Cherokee's key to the games they have to watch out for. And Casey Abbott, who we're pretty sure is starting as goalie for the Shawnee Renegades.
Right, and do recognize some girls on both squads as playing multiple sports. Of course, Abby Davidson was leading scorer not only here for lacrosse, but also in field hockey. And they had a great year. Also, Casey Abbott was a strong defender on Shawnee's field hockey team this past fall. And Mackenzie Borby was the goalie on the South Jersey Group 4 champions, Shawnee Renegades, who they ran the table. They were 25-0. So.
And the coach for Shawnee is Mike Jackson. 2 years as coach, but 8 years as an assistant in Brokeness Valley. 2 years head coach in Delran, where he went 22-16.
Now let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Chiefs. Captain, Olivia Nicolusci. Captain, Sam Hoeing. Captain, Claire Boer. Captain, Cami Pino. Junior, Emma Kopp. Junior, Addie Schramm. Junior, Morrison Reeve. Junior, Lila Clark. Sophomore, Abby Ball. Sophomore, Michelina Belleville. Sophomore, Natalie Harashat. And sophomore, Hayden Toscano.
And it looks like number 21, Claire Gore, will be starting in the nets for the Chiefs. And soon we'll be picking up our field announcer on the starting team for the Renegades.
Lineups for Shawnee are being announced.
At starting attack, number 14, Captain Lily Perfield. Number 36, Charlie Marcella. Number 6, Madison Scanneri. Number 10, Maddie Goldberg. At starting midfield, number 22, Captain Abby Davidson. Number 2, Blakely Bruno. Number 45, Captain Mackenzie Borby. At starting defense, number 15, Mia Roy.
quick way to announce the Shawnee lineup.
Jackson, assisted by Maggie Hamilton, Jackie Scuderi, and Aaron Smith.
And Jacob, you mentioned earlier the Shawnee coaching staff for Cherokee, the visiting Chiefs. Head coach is Jeff Niederberger. He was the girls' assistant coach from 2005 to 2006, boys' assistant coach from 2007 to 2016, and the girls' head coach from 2017 to present. He's coming in here with a career record as head coach of 92 and 41. He is assisted by Erin Harvey, Kate Chashko, Rachel Pinkney, Jess Havers, and Jill Hormsby. We're just seconds away here. Shawnee's getting ready, approaching the center circle. Cherokee's doing the same now. And we see number 22, Abby Ball, who leads a team with draw controls. So she'll be taking that. And alongside, I'm sure, yep, it looks like number 45, Mackenzie Borby. As we mentioned earlier, she already set the school record with the last game with her 461st draw control. So this is going to be interesting to see who wins the draw. Turn it over to Jacob.
Go underway as the 8th seed Shawnee Renegades take on the Cherokee Chiefs. Who will control this draw? Tensions high. Up in the air. Bouncing around a little bit.
Nobody seems to want it.
All tossing it around, but it looks like it's picked up by Shawnee.
Looks like number 2, Blakely Fumo.
Blakely Fumo with
Furno, I'm sorry.
Furno.
Yeah.
And Shawnee still has it, passing it around, looking for a good opportunity. Back to Furno. Furno to Borby. Borby passing it around. Now that would be, I believe, 14 who has it per field. That's just a game of passing. Make sure to take a good shot on it.
Yeah, one of the keys, again, keep their control. And that's exactly what they're doing in this first offensive possession for the Renegades.
Fighting for it. And Borby has it, maybe looking for a shot, and she scores! 50 seconds into the game, Shawnee strikes first.
And again, that was the first keys to the game for Cherokee to try to slow her down, but she scores right from the get-go. And again, she's coming in with 16 goals, which is second only to Abby Davidson.
Well, now make that 17. As we get another draw here.
And the same 2 players are taking the draw for each team.
Second draw of the game, soon to be underway. And we'll see if Cherokee can get this one. And draw. Cherokee recovers it. That's number 8 of Cherokee, Lila Clark. Clark looking for a pass. Lila Clark still has it. Looking for an offensive opportunity. Was going to run down the field with it instead. Still looking for someone to pass to. A lob over to number 5 of Cherokee, who might be looking for a shot. I'll pass it back to 22, which is Abby Ball. Ball back over to number 5 of Cherokee, Addie Scram. Pardon me, Addie Scram. As Shawnee will steal the ball from Cherokee.
Good defense there by number 22, Abby Davidson.
And now Shawnee is going to run down the field with it. Looking for a shot opportunity. Just going to pass it around. That's Borby, our goal scorer this game. Back to Furno. Furno will loft it off to Goldburn. Still looking for something. Back to Borby. Coaches trying to tell their players where to play, as that's lobbed to Goldburn. Goldburn passes it back over to 14, Perfield. Perfield looking for a shooting opportunity. Will she get it? No, forced out. Great defense by Cherokee, getting in her face. Pass over to, I believe, is Goldburn. Takes a shot and scores. I believe that's 45 again. Mackenzie Borby, second goal of the game, second goal for Shawnee. And Shawnee is now up on this thing 2-0.
2 quick goals there by, if she keeps this up, she may be passing Davidson. But yeah, they have to, certainly Cherokee has to keep their eye on both girls there, that's for sure.
Cherokee did win the draw, but Shawnee played great defense. And it led to a scoring opportunity.
Yeah, Cherokee did have that turnover and went down the field, and that's where the play starts.
Face-off is fought for and gotten to by Cherokee. Running down with it is number 23, Emma Cox. Emma Cox looking for something. Pass is received not the best, and Shawnee, I think, will get it. They're fighting for it in the corner, and Shawnee does get the ball. That's number 9, Tori Tepes, running down with it now. Tepes trying to dodge defenders. Tepes still running with it. Cherokee with defense.
Great individual effort, and looks like Shawnee's going to keep control here.
A pass over to Furno. And that will be Goldburn who has it. Goldburn passes it to, can't see who quite that is. Maybe I need glasses, but back to Goldburn. Goldburn! I believe, was that a goal? That was a goal. Wow. Goldburn with her first goal of the game. And 3 very quick scores, and we're not even halfway through the first. Joe, what do you think Cherokee needs to do to try and stop the bleeding?
Well, at this particular point, well, they're going to get a timeout, Coach Niederberger, which is a great timeout. Again, see if they can, slow down the troops and possibly better positioning and certainly not giving it up when they have an opportunity down in the offensive zone.
And we're going to take a look at that replay of that second goal, sponsored by Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy on the web at ivyrehab.com. All right, here's that replay. Borby catches it in traffic in just a huge shot. Gore tries to stop it, but it's...
Yeah, it's really difficult to defend when they get the pass and they shoot right away. The defense, half a step slower trying to set up when it's that quick of a release. As a result, the second goal by Borby, and one also by Goldburn, and that's where we are. Still early in this first quarter.
And we're going to take a look at that replay of the third goal, sponsored by Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy on the web at ivyrehab.com. Sorry that there's a bee trying to attack us, but good shot, great goal.
And again, that was number 10, Maddie Goldburn. Sorry, we were a little distracted there with that bee.
Yeah, landed on Joe's
It was
coat
on
there.
me, wasn't on you. But
Tried to point it out to you. As the draw is underway now. Picking up by Shawnee. Borby running with it, looking for a hat trick. Will she get it? A little bit of a check there, but I don't think that's called. Goldburn. Goldburn passes over to 8. Meehan. Meehan gets it back. Back over to Borby. Playing smart, back to Goldburn. Goldburn passes in the zone shot, but it goes a little bit wide. That was Captain Abby Davidson with that shot, the leading goal scorer for Shawnee. Goes a little bit wide, but Shawnee will keep possession. That goes back to Meehan. Meehan back to Borby. Still just passing it around, looking for an opportunity of some sort. And a pass in the offensive zone is blocked by Cherokee. Great defense there. Picking up and running down the field with it is number 13 of Cherokee. That is Olivia Nicolucci. But seem to have lost possession a little bit, and it's picked back up by Shawnee. Shawnee looking for an offensive opportunity of any kind. Furno looking with it. Passes it over to number 8 of Shawnee, Meehan. And that's Perfield with it, maybe looking to try to take a shot, and right through the wickets. And that's another goal for Shawnee. It is now 4-0.
just an great individual effort there, a team effort, but an individual to finish it off, making it 4-0.
And I think that's Perfield's first goal of the game. And let's take a look at that, sponsored by Ivory Physical Therapy on the web at ivyrehab.com. A great pass in the offensive zone by, I believe that was, I think Borby set up the play. Perfield just sets it up in the offensive zone and takes a heck of a shot.
And number 10, Michelina Belleville, was all over her, but again, manages to get that 4th goal.
Whistle is blown as there's a little bit of physicality there, too much, the refs thought. But Cherokee now running with it for the offensive zone, I feel like for second time this game, I think. And I think with it now is number 8, Lila Clark. Passes it over to number 5 of Cherokee, Addie Scrum. Back to, I believe, Emma Cox, looking for scoring opportunity. Cherokee is, and maybe they're going to pass it around. Here's the shot, maybe, but a great block. That was number 5 with the shot, Addie Scrum, but great block by Casey Abbott. Now, the Renegades are going to run back down the field with it, maybe look making this 5-0. In the offensive zone is, I think, Bradfield, number 26. Gabby Bradfield making an appearance on the field. Borbe just passing it around with her team, looking for something. Another opportunity. And running in with it, a shot, and that was not a goal. Looked like it from my angle, but they're still fighting for it. Number 22 with that now, Abby Davidson. Davidson passes it. Borby looking for something. A little fake out, but good defense by Cherokee, trying to stop the score, and it goes pretty well. 22 with the tall shot, Abby Davidson.
And Jacob looks like a change of goalie. Looks like number 24, Maura Spicer, the freshman, is now playing goalie for the Chiefs.
So it'll be Maura Spicer taking the reins after Claire Gore. It's Shawnee still playing with it here. Believe that's Goldburn who has it. Goldburn passes it around, ends up in Tepes's hands. Pass goes a little wide though, but Shawnee will pick it back up. Back to Borby. Borby will pass it around again. Just looking for a nice shot opportunity, like they have gotten 4 of those this game. Meehan with it, looking for something. He's going to decide to run with it instead. Tries fake out defense, but defense is just too strong. Going to have to pass it back to Furno. Furno gives it to Goldburn. Goldburn pushing in with it. Shots and over the stick of Maura Spicer. And that is the 5th goal of the first quarter, mind you.
And the second for number 10, Maddie Goldburn. Just another great, just individual effort by the Renegades.
The Renegades are doing real good at just passing it around the offensive zone, not taking any stupid shots. Matter of fact, I believe all the shots they've had this game have gone into the back of the net.
I think they might have missed on 1 or 2, but they kept possession after the shots wide. And I really don't believe either goalie from Cherokee has made a save. But again, we got a long way to go. And we've seen goals scored in bunches, that's for sure.
That we do.
I mean,
One of Shawnee's keys to the game was maintaining our composure on offense and don't force things. They've done that really, really well so far.
And Cherokee, the last offensive possession, they did have some control and they did get a shot on goal. So that one thing to hang their hat on right now. Hopefully they can do that and get back into this game.
As it is 5-0, the Shawnee Renegades take a commanding lead in this first quarter. The draw is tossed up in the air, recovered by Shawnee. Here we go. Shawnee running down the field. Number 22, Abby Davidson, passes it around. Now we'll pass it to number 8, Meehan. Meehan passes it around. Again, just playing the game of pass it around until you get a good shot. But running with it, number 10, but decides just to pass it instead. And that is Goldburn just trying to play with it. Passes it to Borby. Borby back to Meehan. Meehan to back to Goldburn. Goldburn to Furno. Furno getting some heat there by Abby Ball. Oh, ball is hit off the net a little bit, but recovered by Goldburn. Looking for an offensive shot. There is Meehan. Meehan to Goldburn. Great scoop by Borby. Borby passes it again, but whistle is blown. And it will be a penalty shot. Be a penalty shot for the Shawnee Renegades. Borby takes it, and she will score on it. That is her hat trick this game.
And certainly didn't want to give Mackenzie Borby a free shot, and she certainly didn't miss.
No, she did not. It is now 6-0 Shawnee Renegades with 2 minutes, 28 seconds left to go in the first quarter. As we're back to a draw. Same people who have taken all the draws so far, I believe. Kenzie Borby and Abby Ball. Here's the draw, topped up in the air, and Cherokee might get it, and that is Emma Cox with it. And Emma Cox is still running down with it, looking for some sort of offensive opportunity. Whistle gets blown. And Emma Cox will pass it to number 4, Toscano. Toscano passing it around a little bit, looking for first goal this game. Hopefully begin a very good rally, a shot!
Whoa.
And a score. That was number 22, I believe. Abby Ball. And just like that, it is 6-0 1 Cherokee.
And Abby Ball coming into this game is leading the Chiefs with 11 goals. She just picked up her 12th. She's only a sophomore. Again, Abby Ball plays also the starting center on the girls basketball team. Had a great year.
And cuts the deficit down to 5, Cherokee hoping to make just a rally here, get it in within at least 1. And the draw is about to be underway. Draw is won by Shawnee. Shawnee running down the field with it. A pass in the offensive zone. Pass back number 14, Lily Perfield. Perfield trying to juke defenders. Pass over to Meehan. Meehan will lob it over to Borby. Borby to Furno. Furno passing it around. Goldburn with it. Passes it back to Furno. Furno, Borby. And a pass in the offensive zone, a shot and a score by Abby Davidson.
And that was a great assist for Abby Davidson to get her first goal of the game. Her 21st of the season.
Great team play so far by Shawnee. It has allowed them to get 7 points so far, and it's only the first quarter. But Cherokee has shown some fight. They scored their first goal this game not 20 seconds ago. So it's not out the realm of possibility that they rally back 6 points. Anything can happen. We still have 3 quarters left of girls lacrosse left to play. Draw is won by Cherokee. They're driving down the field with it with possession in ball's hands. The lone goal scorer for Cherokee. Cherokee's passing it around in the offensive end. Might be looking for something. Cherokee pass number 8, Clark. Clark looking for it. Passes back to Scrum. Scrum to Toscano. Toscano passing it around. Cherokee looking for something. That's Clark with it. Clark passes it, and now Cherokee's playing the game of pass around, looking for a good scoring opportunity. We have 35 seconds left to go. Enough to get off a couple shots. And a passing back and forth. Same few people are passing the offensive zone, but it goes a little wide. And now running the opposite way is Shawnee.
Long pass. Ooh.
And almost self-goal there, looked like. Spicer trying to.
Or Spicer had control and dropped it. Luckily, it was to the side of the net.
Now she has to rush back to the net.
And that'll do it for the first quarter.
So for the first quarter, it is Shawnee 7, Cherokee 1. Let's take a look at that replay, sponsored by Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy on the web at ivyrehab.com. See here, this is Cherokee's lone goal of the game, scored by Abby Ball.
Yeah, and she had a nice quick release from the side, like a side armor, to give Cherokee their first goal. Unfortunately, Shawnee came right back down and answered with one of their 7 goals, as you see there at the end of the first quarter. Shawnee's up 7-1.
Just one more goal. Shawnee will match their ranking as they're ranked 8th in the Olympic American Conference.
And we should mention that heads up, all the wind. Should mention that Abby Davidson is wearing number 22 in honor of Katie Kernan. Katie Kernan, a 2013 graduate of Shawnee High School and former Shawnee lacrosse player and captain, unfortunately passed away on July 19th, 2014 after an 18-month battle with brain cancer. So it was an absolute honor for for Abby Davidson to wear number 22 in honor of Katie Kernan.
And let's take a look at that most recent goal that extended the lead back to 6, sponsored by Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy on the web at ivyrehab.com. And it's a great setup by Borby. And just a fantastic shot, good team play. Spicer did all she could, but his shot was just too well placed.
And again, yeah, that was an excellent assist there by Borby to Davidson. We're probably going to hear those two names a lot the rest of the year for the Renegades.
What do you think's being said in the huddle of Cherokee right now?
Well, they certainly been run into a whirlwind right now for the Renegades, and again somehow trying to get some defensive stops, and on the other side get a little bit more control on offense, and possibly get a goal or two. But right now it's very difficult to stop the Renegades. They're going on all cylinders right now.
I think Amelia said for a Sideline Report that the last time these two teams meet, Shawnee beat them 13-2. I believe that was the score.
I believe it was 13-5, but still, it's certainly the way this team.
It was 13-10.
13-10. Thank you.
13-10 was the score.
We were close.
Close
we
enough.
Were close.
2 times 5 is 10. So
we're going to blame it on the wind. My stat sheet,
Yeah.
even though it's taped down, it's flipping up crazy here.
So
That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it.
So 13-10, a highest scoring game, and this game is also looking very high scoring. As a draw, they'll switch sides here as Shawnee fighting for it. Shawnee will get it, still bouncing on the floor a little bit, but picked up by Shawnee. Goldburn with it. Passing around in the offensive zone of Cherokee. Passing it back and forth, back to Goldburn. Goldburn to Borby. Borby passing it around to her teammates, sharing the wealth. And Shawnee is still looking for a good shot. They've shown incredible patience so far this game, and it has paid off greatly. So if the formula works, they're going to stick with it. Borby passing it around still. To Furno. Furno looking for something to do with it. Will pass wide to Goldburn. Goldburn passing it to number 36, Charlotte Bocella.
I'm going with Bocella. Could be wrong.
And it is Furno with it. Pass. Fight around the net for it. Almost goes in. Spicer was busy trying to get the ball out. But Cherokee plays great defense, stops a goal. But Shawnee still has it, I believe, so. Passing it around, back to Goldburn. Goldburn gets a defender in her face. Looking for something. It looks like we have an injured player on the field holding her head. I think that's Bocella, number 36. So, Bocella, their freshman.
I didn't really see what happened there. Possibly high inadvertent stick, but it looks like she's going to be okay.
As they continue play, hope she's all right. Holding her head there. Head injuries normally aren't good, but she seems to be just fine. 10 minutes, 20 seconds.
And number 13, Olivia Nicolucci, re-entering for the Chiefs.
And Cherokee looking for something offensively, but getting chased down by Shawnee defenders. Whistle blown. Cherokee still with it, passing it to Spicer. Trying something. And Cherokee is going to run down with it. Or it's picked back up by Shawnee, and Shawnee is now going to run down the field with it. Shawnee passing it around, looking for a shot, but that one is blocked. Or, no. No, that one was blocked. Can't tell who got the shot off, but Spicer with the save. So it is still 7-1. Shawnee, Cherokee running down the field with it. Cherokee with it, number 4, Toscano. Toscano looking for something. I think that's Abby Ball with it, running around. Looking for a shot, trying to juke defenders. We'll just pass it back to Sam Hoeing. And it's a game of passing now, trying to get a good shot. Shawnee playing good defense, though, not allowing any good passing. Just going to run around the net. Ball, their lone goal scorer. Lost my words there. Couldn't describe that spin move.
That was a nice spin move there by Ball. Unfortunately, the shot was just a little high. And Shawnee's flying down again.
Down the field they go, tearing up turf. And with the scoring opportunity, tries to bounce it off the floor.
Yeah, ground shot there. Unfortunately, the ground, after the ground went high.
But Goldburn with another opportunity, just barely goes wide. But third time's the charm for Shawnee as they regain possession again. Looking for an offensive opportunity, passing it behind the net. Goldburn, third time's the charm, but blocked again. Great saves by Spicer so far. Ball saving it out of bounds. Emma Cox saving the ball from going out of bounds. And now Cherokee has possession with it. And they're going to look to generate a scoring opportunity. That is number 5, Addie Scram with it. Scram passing it around. Great defense by Shawnee. Number Lila Clark with it. Clark running down with it. Looking to score a goal, but passing it around. Back in the hands of Hoeing. Hoeing to Ball. Ball running around with it. Well, she set up a good opportunity. Cherokee still with it. And looking for a shot maybe, but chased out by Shawnee. That's great defense there. Clark running with it, looking for an offensive pass, but falls harmlessly to the ground. Whistle blown.
I think we may be getting a free shot here for Cherokee.
I believe that is so. Cherokee is taking a penalty shot here. And a shot, but it blocked. And now fighting for possession with it. Ends up in Shawnee's hands. Shawnee is going to try to turn the field. But great defense so far by Cherokee, trying to get the ball out of the hands of Shawnee. Running with it is number 9, Tori Tepes. Tepes passing it around. Borby had it for a second, I believe, but now it's back to Goldburn. Goldburn to Boschella. And a shot, but great save by Spicer. That was number 22, Abby Davidson, looking for her second goal of the game, but Spicer denies her.
And that's more of Spicer's the last minute or so, second or third. Great save.
It's been a relatively scoreless second quarter, only No goals have been scored compared to the 8 that were scored in the first quarter. Looking around for it. Cherokee has it. I believe that is Emma Cox running up with it. Looking for a good pass. I believe that was a stick hit right there. Whistle is blown. Game continues. And Cherokee will look to score their second goal of the game. Cut the deficit back down to 5. Cherokee looking for some offense in the back of the net. Playing a game of catch back there between number 17 and 4, Toscano and Hoeing. But now looking for an offensive opportunity. But Hoeing is pressured out. Pass to number 8 of Cherokee, Lila Clark. Clark looking for something. Ball pops free, but she manages to recover it nicely past the ball, the lone goal scorer.
An aggressive defense by the Renegades.
Renegades do not want to allow another goal, but ball says no way, but she gets stopped.
They've got another penalty shot here for the Cherokee. A little offensive pressure here. It's going to be Abby Ball taking it.
Second penalty shot for the Chiefs, third penalty shot in the game. Remember, Shawnee scored on their penalty shot. Let's see, goes just a little bit wide.
Again, that patented shot from the side by Abby Ball, unfortunately, you said, just a little bit wide.
And the Renegades will regain possession. About 3 minutes left to go in this game. Shawnee maybe looking to score a goal and really bury the hatchet here.
We do have a second half, not the game.
Not the game, second half.
Second quarter.
Second quarter. But the passing around. That's to Furno. Furno back around to their lead goal scorer of this game, Borby. Borby passing it around to our teammates. Still passing it around. Furno now passing it back to Goldburn. Goldburn to Pachella. Back to Goldburn. Everyone's just passing it around. Might start looking for some offense here, Zune. Borby's looking in.
Now, she was double teamed there. We may be getting a penalty shot for Shawnee. I believe Borby's going to take it.
With 2 minutes left to go in this half.
Or second quarter.
Whichever you prefer. Penalty shot is scored on.
Number
That
4
is
for Borby.
Borby's 4th, but Shawnee's 8th.
I was just ready to say right before the whistle blew there on the penalty that Borby was double teamed. Unfortunately, I think she might have gotten a stick to the face to get that penalty called in the penalty shot, and she certainly didn't miss. Picks up her 4th goal of the game and her 8th for Shawnee today.
So far, I think player of the game seems to be pretty locked down.
Well, right now, if we were to choose, that's for sure. But we still got a long way to go, folks.
Still a long way to go. Anything can happen. Draw will be underway. Minute 45 on the nose here at Shawnee. The draw is won by Shawnee. Borby, who just scored her 4th of the game, is running down with it. Pass to Furno. Furno may be looking for something, even if it's just a pass. And a pass it is, back to Goldburn. Goldburn, back to Pachella. Pachella back to Goldburn. It's a game of passing again.
Yeah, there's certainly no need to rush here. You may actually see him take as much time off the clock and possibly get a good shot with not much time remaining.
Just saw there number 30 and 15 of Shawnee swapping sticks.
There you see the double team again. And I think Borby's going to get another shot at it. Pick up her 5th goal.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch, Joe. But let's see what happens here. Clouds have seemed to lighten up too. That's good. Looks like there's going to be no rain.
Here. Okay. Well, Borby's going to get another shot.
With just seconds left to go here, 43 seconds left, Borby's going to get her 3rd penalty shot this game. And will she score on it? Yes, she will. And there's your 5th. And Shawnee 9, Cherokee 1.
And Borby is just on fire.
So with 40 seconds left to go in this game, Shawnee is 1 score away from double digits. 40 seconds left in the half. Good God Almighty! Someone put me to bed.
Blame it on the wind. That's what I did.
Yeah, blame it on the wind. .40 seconds left in the quarter. Draw. Covered. Maybe not. Still on the ground. But Shawnee looking for their 10th. Borby running up with it. But
great save.
Great save by Spicer. 30 seconds left. Shawnee maybe looking for 1 or 2 more shots to end out the half. But Spicer will smother the ball and might just try to run out the clock here. Unless they can run down the field in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and that's the half.
Well, what can we say? It was all Shawnee. We thought possibly that 1 goal by Abby Ball will light a fire under the Chiefs, but Shawnee came right back and answered that goal and then some, as you see there again.
And then some indeed. Hopefully Cherokee gets back on their feet after this half, because as of right now, after 24 minutes of play, it is Shawnee 9, Cherokee 1.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah Heart and Lung Center. For care that's extraordinary, demanddeborah.org. Zallie's Fresh Kitchen Catering at ShopRite of Medford. For parties large and small, business and family, and more. Fresh ideas, fresh ingredients, fresh results. 855-ZFK menu or on the web at zalliesfreshkitchen.com. Dan Higgins Wood Flooring Warehouse, your hardwood flooring specialist since 1985. Flooring showroom located in Medford, New Jersey. On the web at danhiggins.com. Davis Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. Expect more. Delivering high caliber treatment and assessments with the application of cutting-edge technology for rehabilitation and sports performance. Visit us on the web at davisptsr.com. Paradise Solar and Electrical LLC, your trusted electrical and solar contractor in New Jersey. 609-801-2420 or online at paradisesolarllc.com. LDTVSports.com. Delightful Destinations Travel Agency, making memories that will last a lifetime. 856-985-2969 or delightfuldestinations23@gmail.com. For more information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 868,000, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org. The LDTV YouTube channel is a great way to stay informed about the Lenape Regional High School District. Couldn't attend an event? Visit the LDTV YouTube channel for events like the Students of the Month ceremony, the Armed Services ceremony, and more. Want to see what our alumni are doing these days? Search our YouTube channel for current and previous seasons of Where Are They Now or Prepare to Succeed. Are you an avid sports fan? LDTV Sports has you covered with exciting action from the fall, winter, and spring seasons. And if that's still not enough, visitors can view school-specific content from Lenape, Shawnee, Cherokee, and Seneca, each with their own YouTube channel that you can link to right from the LDTV page. View your favorite programs whenever and from wherever you want by visiting the LDTV YouTube page at youtube.com/Lenape District TV.
All right, and we are back. For those of you just joining in at halftime, it is Shawnee 9, Cherokee 1. Our leading goal scorer this game for Shawnee is Mackenzie Borby with the magical number of 5 goals scored this game. Maddie Goldborn with 2 goals scored this game, and Perfield and Davidson both sharing 1. And for Cherokee, that lone goal scorer there is Abby Ball.
And the last, again, I believe there was only 2 goals scored by Shawnee in the second quarter. I believe we began the second quarter with 7-1. Cherokee did change goalies, managed to keep it down to 2, and again, only the 1 score so far, as you said, by number 22, Abby Ball. And again, the draw controls are the same people, Abby Ball for Cherokee and Mackenzie Borby for the Renegades. Take it away, Jacob.
Thank you for that, Joe. Shawnee dominated the first half of this game. So will Cherokee be able to rally back in the second half? That's the question that's going to be answered right now. As the draw is about to be underway, tossed up in the air, picked up by Shawnee. Shawnee gonna run down with it. That's picked up by Furno. Furno to Goldburn. Goldburn pass in the offensive zone, looking around for it. Ball ends up back in Goldburn's stick. Pass back to Furno. Fumbles it a little bit, but picks it up in the end. And Borby, our leading goal scorer, passes it to Davidson. Davidson back to Meehan. Same thing that's been happening for the past 24 minutes and some change. Just a passing game until they get a good opportunity to score. It's worked well enough to get them 9 goals, so they're not going to change it. That's to Furno. Furno may be looking for a shot. Whistle blown. Play stopped.
Okay, another high stick, I believe, by Cherokee.
That is a high stick.
And I believe Furno is going to have a chance to score here.
And that will be the sophomore, Blakely Furno. And will she get it? Passes up, but will get driven out of the offensive zone. Great defense there by Cherokee, stopping a penalty goal. But Shawnee will still retain possession here, looking for double digits this game. Pass in the offensive zone, a shot and a great block by 24 in net, so Spicer is still in net there. A great block by her.
Again, a great setup and a great shot, but Spicer was there with about her 3rd or 4th 10-bell save of the game.
And now Cherokee looking for something. Picked up by, I believe that is 23 or 22. That was 23, Emma Cox with it, but she passed it along. Cherokee now down in the offensive zone looking for something, but Cherokee will get driven out, passing it around. That was number 8 running down the field with it, Lila Clark. That's number 5, Sadie Scram, passing it around. Looks like Cherokee might be trying to copy Shawnee's homework here a little bit, still doing the same thing they've been doing, just passing it around, looking for a good opportunity to shoot. And when the time's right, drive into the offensive zone and make it a tough shot for the goalie to save. Ball will score! Just as I was saying that, Ball saw the opportunity, drove into the offensive zone, put one right by Casey Abbott, who's been having an amazing game so far, but couldn't stop that one.
Well, again, it was a great composure, looking for the open Abby Ball, and again, that she's known for that shot from the side, and scores Cherokee's 2nd goal. See if they can light a little fire under the Chiefs here and get back into this game.
Deficit now has been cut down to 7, with maybe a little bit of, like you said, maybe a flame has been sparked inside the Cherokee girls lacrosse team. As our draw is underway. Recovered is with the long arms, Mackenzie Borby down with it again, looking for offensive opportunity with their teammates. He's going to pass it around. Borby hands it in her hand again. Borby gonna run in with it, but he's just gonna have to pass it along. Pass to Goldburn, I believe, who still has it. Pass behind the net to Bacella.
Oh,
Oh, and a great shot by Furno, I believe.
yeah, and again, just a quick release
Didn't
On-
even really see that one.
on the
but
shot, and yeah, I believe Furno picks up her first goal of the game, the 10th for the Renegades.
And just like that, Shawnee has answered the goal of Cherokee and has entered double digits. This is looking, so far, only about 3 minutes of play, but this is looking like a very offensive third quarter.
Yeah, we had a little slow in the goal scoring department in the second quarter, but as you said here, the first few minutes of the third, and a couple goals scored very quickly.
And as per usual, Abby Ball will face off Mackenzie Borby in the draw. So far, I think Shawnee has had a pretty good draw so far. I think that's contributing to their wins.
Yeah, and again, that's one of the reasons why Mackenzie Borby set the school record. She's continuing here today to win most of the draws.
But Cherokee will win that draw. And that is Clark with it, looking to score her first goal of the game. Cut the deficit back down to 7. Gets forced out. Back to Ball. Ball, stoic. And we'll just pass it along. Looking along. Passing it around. This is what got them their goal last time, so they're going to try and repeat the formula again. Ball looking for someone to pass it to. Pass to number 17, I believe, Sam Hoeing. Yep, but she no longer has it. It was passed around. Fight for it on the ground. Who will get it? And Ball running in with it. A shot, but it goes just wide of the net. But Cherokee will recover that ball. That is Toscano who was able to get it out and give it back to Cherokee. And now we'll just pass it around again, looking for another good opportunity. Pass to Scram. Scram going to look around for something. Thought about going for the shot there, but instead just goes back to Ball. Ball might be looking for a shot. Passes in the offensive zone. Scram might be looking for a shot. Does she get it? No, she does not. Scram tries, but Casey Abbott will stop her cold. But Cherokee still with possession of it, as Michelana Belleville with it. Back over to Toscano. Toscano to Hoeing. Hoeing passing it back. Double goal scorer Ball with it, just passing it around, looking for a good shot. Back with it is Clark. Clark might be looking for something, a pass in the offensive zone. Might be looking to set up a shot, but will instead just pass it back to Ball. Still trying to do something with the offensive zone. Just looking around with it. Pass to, I believe that's, 17, Hoeing. And we'll go a little wide of the net there. Tries to set up a little bit of an offensive opportunity. Just goes a little bit wide, but Cherokee has had possession for this for a while. Let's see if they keep possession. And just as I say that, I jinx them. And now Shawnee's running down the field with it. Borby passing it to, I believe, Goldburn. Goldburn might be looking for an opportunity to shoot. She does. And there you go, 11 goals. That is Goldburn's third. That's her hat trick this game.
Well, again, that was all set up by the steal by Borby, and was flying down using her speed and passed it up, and Goldburn didn't look like. It looked like there was people on her, but managed to get the shot off and manages to to find the net. Hat trick for number 10, Maddie Goldburn.
And we're going to take a look at that last goal, sponsored by Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy on the web at ivyrehab.com. See here, just ran in, great shot, bounces it, and Spicer just cannot make the save. A
Yeah,
well-placed shot.
And it was pretty good defense by the Chiefs. Looked like at one point it was double teamed and didn't really have a great angle, but manages to find the net.
And steals off the draw is Shawnee. Goldburn might be looking for a fourth. She still has it. Just passes it behind the net. And that's Bacella trying to look for something. Pass back to Borby. Borby will pass it to Furno. Furno passing it along to her friends. Goldburn trotting around. Pass back to Borby. Borby gives it to Meehan. And we're just playing this game of pass around until you get a good shot opportunity. Will Meehan take the shot? Nope, she gives it back to Borby. Borby might want to take the shot. Pass in the offensive zone, shot and a score. That is number 10, Maddie Goldberg with the goal. That is her 4th of this game and the 12th for the Shawnee Renegades.
And again, another great assist there by Mackenzie Borby. Well, she's doing it all today.
Borby has a lot of assists. This is great team play by Shawnee, but Cherokee hasn't been giving up these 12 goals easily. Don't be mistaken by that, folks. All these 12 goals have definitely been earned.
Yeah, again, they're one of the keys of the game is to keep their composure, looking for the cutter, looking for the open person. But their passing has been phenomenal, and once they get the pass, they get the pass and the quick shot, which is very, very difficult to defend.
And who else than Borby, who wins the draw? Borby passes it to the offensive zone. Will Shawnee get 13? A nice spin move by Meehan. Meehan passes it along, back in the hands of 22, Davidson. Davidson will fall down.
But yeah, she falls down, manages to get a shot off, though. Another save by Spicer.
Spicer with that save. Cherokee gains possession of it. Cami Pino with it. Running down the sidelines.
Cross check there.
Oh, and some contact there. Both just spring back up to their feet, though. Everyone seems to be okay. And Pino will pass the ball to 13 of Cherokee, Nicolucci. Nicolucci running down, maybe tries to get a shot. Will she get the shot? She's still looking for it, but a pass in the offensive zone. Just trying to make a smart shot here. Abby Ball might be looking for a third, but forced out. Great defense. A shot and a score.
Kind of difficult to see who scored there. So hopefully we can get it on a replay.
Couldn't quite tell who that was. But if I were to guess by the celebrations, might be Nicolucci. But I could be completely wrong if I were guessing by the celebrations.
Yeah, they were all bunched up there. It was difficult for us to see, especially we're in a far angle from here on that section of the field. Also difficult to see in the monitor, but hopefully our replay can help confirm.
But regardless, who scored that goal is now 3-12. Shawnee still leads, but still trying to fight back and cut down that deficit. Deficit is now 9. And little bit of a botched draw there, but given the possession are the Renegades. Renegades looking for an offensive opportunity to get their 13th, keep the lead back up to 10. Trying to generate some offensive opportunity in the back of the net. Goldburn with it. Burn back to Furno. Pass in the offensive zone, but great defense. That was Abby Davison with the potential second goal of the game, but gets shut down by Cherokee.
Cherokee got penalized. Looks like Davidson's going to have a shot at her second goal today.
Will she get it? Yes, she will. And there's her second goal. The leading goal scorer gets her second goal, but after this game, it might be Borby. Who's to say?
Well, Abby Davidson on that penalty shot, it looks like she went in and kind of dipped her left shoulder, probably faked out Spicer just a second, came back and scored her second goal. Again, she came into this game, excuse me, with 20 as the leading scorer for Shawnee. She now got 2 more.
And a little under a minute left to play in this quarter. Shawnee extends the lead back out to 10. Draw is won by Shawnee. Shawnee gonna run down with it again. Still in the offensive zone. Passing behind the net, looking for a good offensive opportunity. Pass to Borby. Borby back to Furno. Furno to Goldburn. Goldburn a pass in the offensive zone, but defense by Cherokee says no way. And they will flip fields. Cherokee with possession of it, but that will ends the quarter.
And Jacob, I believe we may be in the running time because that last goal, it checked the clock and it kept on running and taking a stab at it in the second quarter.
We're going to take a look at that Cherokee goal, sponsored by Ivy Rehab on the web. Sponsored by Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy on the web at ivyrehab.com. Great setup. And that is, I think, Scrum with it. Either Scrum or Ball. If it's Ball, it's her third.
Really difficult to tell on that replay.
Difficult to tell on that replay. Difficult to tell here.
Yeah, it could have been Abby Ball. Could have been.
It was, in fact, Abby Ball.
Okay, so it's a hat trick. Thank you.
Thank you to the people in the truck. That is Abby Ball with her third. That's a hat trick. Abby Ball responsible for all the scoring in this game. But regardless, it is Shawnee 13, Cherokee 3.
Well, Jacob, we tried to give it first to Nicolucci and then Addie Schramm. But guess who scored? Abby Ball.
Abby Ball.
Of course. The leading scorer for Cherokee. Well, what can we say? We have a quarter left, and as I said, I believe we are in running time, and I think the rule is, I'm not 100% sure, I think in the second half it's a 10-goal discrepancy, it's a running clock. We'll have to check again. When a goal is scored, usually, naturally, the clock stops, but I think that last goal, the clock did not stop. As the wind really gets picked up here, it's cloudy and then it's starting to get chilly again. Crazy April weather here.
So, Start of the fourth quarter with the Renegades up by 10 points. If I'm Cherokee, I'm playing aggressively, trying to get those points back, shoot as many shots as possible in 12 minutes, because
Defensively, they've tried everything. They've tried, the stick check. Unfortunately got 3 or 4 penalty shots out of it. Tried double teaming, triple teaming, especially Mackenzie Borby, and for some time they were a little successful, but she managed to score 5 goals. So what else could you do? Again, we have the same people taking the draw. Jacob, take it away for the fourth quarter.
The fourth and final quarter, 12 minutes left to go. Can Cherokee pull off a miracle? The draw is picked up by Shawnee. Shawnee's going to run down with it, put immediate pressure on Spicer, but the defense is going to try and stop that. Shawnee surely taking their time with it. No need to rush, went up by 10. So there's going to be passing back and forth. 15, Mia Rourke is coming out of the game for Shawnee. Never mind, they're just changing sticks. Mia Rourke is back in the game.
Yeah, you usually see that after the draw.
But sun comes out a little bit, shining up, and here comes the winds.
Heads up. Wizard of Oz weather again here. Yeah. Heads up. We have everybody. Nobody's floating out off the table. Okay.
Think everyone's okay here. But in that time, Shawnee has still taken possession of the ball. They are just going to try and kill the clock as much as possible. But maybe now it's going to try and look for a scoring opportunity. Pass to, that goes to Goldburn. Goldburn to Furno. Furno passes it all the way back to, I believe, Borby. Borby just still looking for something to do with it. And they're just going to pass it around. Bocella. Pass is fumbled there a little bit, but still picked up by Shawnee. Shawnee still with it. Running in with it is Borby. Takes a shot, but bounces off. Spicer with one of many saves this game.
Again, she's only a freshman, so she has a great future here with the Chiefs.
Penalty shot, looks like, and it goes in. That is
Borby.
Borby with her 6th. So, 14-3 now is your score. Clock is running, so I believe your theory was right. So 9 minutes, 35 seconds, and counting left in the game. Face-off is soon to be underway. Same people have been doing it all game, but just in case you need a reminder or have just been tuning in, is the 3-goal scorer, Abby Ball, and doubling that is the 6-goal scorer, Mackenzie Borby. And Shawnee takes possession of it off the draw, but fighting for it there's a Chief member on the ground, 2 members on the ground, one Shawnee, one Cherokee. Help each other up. That's some sportsmanship right there. But Shawnee will keep possession of it. And passing it around. Davidson passes it back. Still running around with it. Furno. Goldburn. Takes a pass in the offensive zone. Takes a shot, but it will just go wide.
I think possibly Spicer got a part of that.
I think Spicer definitely did get a piece of that one. Stopped it from going in. And we might be flipping fields here, but I think Cherokee might have fumbled the ball a little bit. Gets a golden scoring opportunity, but will trip and fall on the play. Still gets a little shot off. But there's still the ball in the offensive zone, scooped up by Cherokee. 7 minutes, 40 seconds left and running. Whistle blown. Cherokee gets a chance to catch a breath for a second. And Cherokee now, for the first time this quarter, has it in the offensive zone. Abby Ball passes it back to Lila Clark. Now with it is Scram. Passing it around though. Still passing it around though is now Shawnee will get it. Cherokee just running around with it. Wind's blowing pretty heavy here. Pass is fumbled a little bit. Renegade member on the ground, pops back up, and Shawnee Renegades will get the ball.
I'm holding down our monitor. We don't want to lose that.
It gets windier as we go on in here. A little over 6 minutes now. And passing it, that is Emma Cox with it. Cox gonna try and pass it over to fellow Cherokee members. Trying to generate something here.
Enforced error there by Chiefs. Going to go over to the Renegades.
Renegades maybe looking for one more goal for just good measure here. Shawnee is just passing it around. That's Goldburn to Pachella. Pachella looking for something. Cherokee fighting with all their life for the defense. Back to Goldberg. And a shot and a goal. What a shot.
Again, a quick release.
And that was number 22, Abby Davidson. And that's her hat trick. 3 Shawnee members with 3 hat tricks. And that puts Shawnee up to 15 goals scored this game.
I know we've said it all game long. Majority of their goals are, again, catch and quick release. And it's really, really difficult for the defense and the goalie to make that save, especially with these deadly shooters on the Renegades team.
Face off, or excuse me, not face off, it's a draw. It's like Furno and Scrum are walking back and forth here. Excuse me, Schramm. Now, with little under 4 minutes and ticking left to go in this game, the Renegades will retain possession of it. Whistle blows, gets a second to breathe. Shawnee will keep possession of it. And running in with its Furno, trying to maybe get a shot here. And Ball with a great, excuse me, not Ball. That is Borby with her 7th. Borby with turning on the Jets there. And that will be her 7th goal this game. Makes up for just under half of the goals the Renegades have scored this game.
And again, one of the things that separates a lot of these players out here from Mackenzie Borby, that first step is just so quick. Manages to get it and usually gets some great shots. I don't know what we're discussing here. We did stop the clock.
Believe it's a timeout called on the field.
Okay, probably to get some of the substitutes in. The majority of the oh no, they're just setting up. I thought there would be some substitutes coming in, but we do have the same people taking the draw controls. Borby and ball.
So, just over 3 minutes left to go in this game. It is Shawnee 16, Cherokee with 3. Might be one of the last draws we've seen is picked up by Shawnee. Furno picks it up. Gonna pass it down to Borby. Who knows, she might get 8. And she's gonna hold on to it as long as she can. Pass over to Furno. Furno's gonna run in with it. No one's guarding in the middle, but she will just pass it back. Whistle blown, everyone gets to catch their breath.
Okay, we're going to get a card here on number 23.
That is Emma Cox.
Cox. Can it look like again, stick was pretty high up, and she's going to be going out. And just what the Shawnee needs, an extra player to finish out the 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
Yep. So, the aforementioned 2 minutes 13 seconds will resume. Clock will now run. And Shawnee, certainly no rush. Just gonna pass it around. Might try to get a couple more shots. Shawnee is still just passing it around. Minute 35 now. Furno now with it. Davidson passes it back to Borby. Borby running around the field with it. Might be looking for a good pass, and a good pass she does complete. And a minute left. Minute left and counting. Shawnee just passing it around. Cherokee's defense just trying to, might get a victory goal here. Just to, but it will be goal burn. And 25 seconds left. Timer is running out. Shawnee still running around with it. Great spin move there by Furno. 15 seconds now. And with that, 3, 2, 1. And it is official. The Shawnee Renegades hosted the Cherokee Chiefs. And Shawnee did end up winning 16-3. But I would just like to thank our announcers, Jacob Millard, myself, Joe Malagrana, my amazing color commentator, Matt Puh, and Peyton Wister Woods for our option 2. And our crew, Michael Dow, Jeff Price, and Tyler Davis. And of course, our sideline, Amelia.
Amelia Stratland.
Thank you for everyone.
Matt Pugh.
Matt Pugh.
All right, thank you. Sorry, Matt.
For reading names all day.
And we're going to blame the win
It's
again.
the win on this one.
I'm holding on to the monitor for dear life.
All right, and we'll be right back right after this.
Oy, oy, oy.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah Heart and Lung Center. For care that's extraordinary, demanddeborah.org. Zallie's Fresh Kitchen Catering at ShopRite of Medford. For parties large and small, business and family, and more. Fresh ideas, fresh ingredients, fresh results. 855-ZFK menu or on the web at zalliesfreshkitchen.com. Dan Higgins Wood Flooring Warehouse, your hardwood flooring specialist since 1985. Flooring showroom located in Medford, New Jersey. On the web at danhiggins.com. Davis Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. Expect more. Delivering high caliber treatment and assessments with the application of cutting edge technology for rehabilitation and sports performance. Visit us on the web at davisptsr.com. Paradise Solar and Electrical LLC, your trusted electrical and solar contractor in New Jersey. 609-801-2420 or online at paradisesolarllc.com. Delightful Destinations Travel Agency, making memories that will last a lifetime. 856-985-2969 or delightfuldestinations23@gmail.com. For more information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 868,000, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org.
All right. Now let's take a look at the player of the game. Take a look at All Stand Equitable. It's now time for the Equitable player of the game, providing millions of customers with life insurance, annuities, and other needs-based products since 1859. Equitable. Together, we'll build the right strategy for your future. 732-452-7275. Let's send it down to Amelia Spratland, standing by for the interview.
Here with today's player of the game, Mackenzie Borby. Mackenzie, you had 7 goals today. How does it feel to have been in the entire game?
It feels great. I mean, there's no game where I don't want to be in the whole time, honestly. Even though this wasn't the closest game, I still want to be a part of it. And even if I'm not scoring, I love giving my teammates the opportunity to score as well.
And how is this win going to kind of motivate you guys going into the rest of the season?
After our loss against Morristown, we were all pretty upset. We knew it wasn't our best. So games like this are getting us ready for when we play them again. Even though, like I said, it wasn't a close game, it's still building up our confidence. And we had a lot of fun today. We know that they wanted to beat us. It's a sister school, so it always feels great beating them. So just brings up our energy and gets us excited for every game.
All right, thank you, Mackenzie. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, Amelia. 7 goals. That is a very good stat.
And she certainly had to have at least 3 or 4 great assists.
And now let's take a look at the play of the game. It's now time to take a look at the All-State Good Hands play of the game, sponsored by Micah McDyer, CLTC, 609-654-1426, or Michael McDyer at allstate.com. Allstate, you're in good hands. And we're going to look at an Abby Davidson goal here. Set up by a great pass and a very good shot by Abby Davidson. Just is able to squeeze it by.
And again, I think that was one of the assists by Vorby. Beautiful assist, and Abby Davidson, coming in the day with leading the team in goals, and she gets 3. But your star of the game, player of the game, here, holding on, got the win going here. Mackenzie Borby again with 7 goals.
So that will do it for us. It was Shawnee 16, Cherokee 3. Thank you so much for watching, everybody.